You guys know what we're starting with?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Nope.
Oh.
We're going to look around. Who's missing?
Where's Frank?
Yeah.
Where's Frank?
Frank?
Hey, what?
It's
He's
weird.
not here? Where could he be? Well, we're driving, so we'll watch me slapping. We're going to slap a number on it?
Yes, this is episode 329.
329. Lovers and gentle lovers, welcome to our weekly podcast. This is SlapperCast. Delighted to have you along. Is it what? Is it southbound? Yeah.
Yeah.
How many hours? 22?
Ish. Yeah.
Where are we going? Home.
Hunts Vegas.
Successful trip?
Very.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Had to use it.
Oops.
Had to use that word.
He said one of the words.
I say it. Sorry. It's hard for me not to.
You called him. I don't think you said bro today.
It's been a while.
I don't think you said bro today.
I'm trying to mindfully not say it. No bro and no Red Bull.
No red bro?
No Red Bro.
Red Bro.
You didn't say bro today. Did you hear that, Chad? You even recounted Turbo Tails, and there was broless. I'm in shock.
He may have said bro a couple times when you weren't around.
Then that doesn't count.
If the tree falls and you're not around,
Why
does it
do I
make a
have to hear
sound?
it?
You know what I mean?
This is a bro-free day.
There's the title.
I think we're gonna have to write a song called Bro Free and set it to the music of Born Free. I think we just had a bro-free day.
Yeah.
Let's just wrap this episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
I am flabbergasted. My brain is kerfuffled. I am aghast.
We're coming up on another religious landmark.
No, these are actually upside down crosses. You just can't see the rest of the.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're actually upside down, but it's
it for up there?
It's a great what
Church?
It's probably another church, yeah.
No, this is where they sacrifice.
Stop.
No, it's true. Look it up.
Stop.
Strasbourg.
You crazy guy.
Yeah. So so did we settle on a name? We have a new beverage.
I said SlapperCaff.
SlapperCaff. CAFF.
Calf. Yeah.
Nice. I think that's what we're going to use. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, lovers and gentle lovers, I'm going to say, go to your local. I don't even know if we're going to use Dunkin' Donuts. Let's just see how the next round is. But you go and you get 6 shots of espresso, and you get some. Thank you, my lovely assistant here. So we're going to get some cafe au lait. This is. Let's just blur this out. What is that?
Oh, just start fucking it before it.
Yes, and you add. I'm going to say about. You can do 4 to 6 ounces of that in your 6. And I'm going to tell you something. That is one tasty beverage.
Yep.
That is
good.
Yeah.
I still have a little bit of mine over there.
Yeah, I wish I did. Mine ran out years ago. I mean, but that was really. You will find on some of your lesser. What am I trying to say? Quality. Your lesser quality espressos. You're going to find out that they're a little tart, very sharp, very acidic. You know, when you go to your gourmet coffee shops, like the really expensive machines that they use and the really quality beans that they use. Not this, but you'll notice that it's just not as harsh. But that today was one of my favorite caffeinated beverages that I've had in a long time.
It's definitely the best on this trip, that's for sure.
Yeah, I got to give you that. We have to thank Kelli Navarro again for her wonderful, generous
Yes.
coffee. You know,
So the SlapperCaff.
her coffee gift.
Or thanks to her generosity. that's for
Yes,
sure.
let's backtrack a little bit too here on we got to go back to Joe McGee at Marty McGee's in Prospect Park, Pennsylvania. Above and beyond, as always. It's such a great venue. You'll probably see a clip right about now here on.
Yes.
We're gonna get Joe is he's a tech guy and also a publican and also a musician, and he was just another one of these just amazing creatures. He designed and built the stage at Marty McGee's. Backtrack again. First time we played at Marty McGee's, we played in a tiny little space. He was determined that we would play at Marty McGee's, so we did, and we went in, we stood in front of the dartboards, and we crammed all our amps in a pile, and we just played, and we had a great night. But that night, he brought me outside, and he said, I'm going to build this, and this. And the next time we came up, he built that, and that. And he had this monster stage, which is essentially, it's one of those crates that you see on the back of the 18-wheeler lorries. You got the trucks, he put all the hydraulic lifts, and he put the speakers on. I mean, just a phenomenal piece of gear. You'll see it there on the clip. But he built all that, and it's so funny because Amtrak goes flying by there. It looks like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's just it's a great stage. It's a local pub, so they have great locals there, and then of course the blow-ins and whatever. It's just brilliant, and I had a lot of family in there today, and just a delight, an absolute delight. And he's always so good to us. And then we also, we played the hometown holidays, the Memorial weekend in Rockville, Maryland, and Amanda and Colleen and all the wonderful crew there just do it. And it's just such an honor to be asked to play that. Yeah. Huge stage, great sound production, Matt running sound and his assistant Izzy, and then all the crew there, everybody working hard, so generous with their compliments and their time and their wonderful. And then before that, we did 2 nights at Jack of the Wood in Asheville, North Carolina, and we got to stay with. Where is Frank? I'm getting concerned now. Is he really not here?
Guys?
Is he gone? I thought we were kidding.
Kidding, isn't that? It's a little bit. It sounds a little. Can you change that? Joking. Let's do that. Yeah. I mean, we can. God, I know.
Please let me inside that head. Just dig around.
No, if you do, you would fix it. This doesn't go here. There'll be a fire. There'll be everything's gone. That'd be fucking Rain Man, but yeah, we stayed with Frank's parents, and I mean, I'm always yapping. Please, let's just tell the people how just gracious they were.
Yeah, we did 2 tours with them. We went to the Arboretum.
Yeah,
and then we went to
Sierra Nevada.
I got some good pictures and video too. We can insert
them now.
Yeah.
Here on SlapperCast episode 329. Yes.
Guys?
Such a gorgeous home, and opened it up to us, and we live like kings for the weekend.
Yeah.
Just so great. So wonderful.
Yep. Yeah, we're spoiled for sure.
Yeah, I spoiled rotten. And then my sister Breach, the last night, we got the lads' hotel, and I went over and saw family. I got to meet my great nephew. His name is Tig Declan. Today he's 7 days old, but yesterday he was 6. I did the math myself. You guys can look it up. But I got to hold maybe I'll send you a picture. I got to meet my great nephew. So Kira, my niece, just so thrilled for her. I got to meet the little fellow. My daughter is so jealous. I got a text today saying, I could not be more jealous right now. Thank you. She was not happy. So just to get to see my niece Kira, my nephew Patrick, my sister Sinead, my sister Breach, my other niece Nina, Lucy, and my nephew Griffin, and of course JB. I got to see all that crew in Philadelphia, and we all know I've got a cold, dead, black heart. And for that to be warmed, and to see that family, to hang out with family, it's a joy. So we haven't been up the East Coast in a while, and all the events currently, we've got to change that. We've got to come back up here.
Yeah.
The wheels are in motion. So if you're from this area, we're coming for you. We're coming back. This was a thrill. To Joe Eckert at Jack of the Wood and the whole crew there. You've got to go to Asheville, North Carolina. I mean, what a town.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see any of those Hobbit movies or whatever they are. Lord of the Rings? Yes. I didn't see it, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's what I imagine. It's like a little village atop of like a huge tree or something. It's just, that's what Asheville is to me. People are so sweet. Everybody we met, so engaged, watching a show, intently watching a show and into it, and you find yourself explaining the songs and bringing them along for the delightful. Asheville, put it on your list. And again, thanks to the Sartains for letting us come in and brutalize your house. Yeah. So what a miss.
Keith Harry. Well, Keith was running sound at
Jack of the
Wood. It was his first time there as well. But he was definitely one of the best sound guys we've ever worked with. He was really just very relaxed and extremely good at what he does. And then we found out he also runs sound at Sierra Nevada Brewery right down the road. And we popped in there thanks to the Sartains, drove us over there. And there he was running sound for this bluegrass band. It sounded fucking amazing. So yeah, really, really cool dude, and hooked us up with a bunch of connections. And good guy. I hope we get to work with him again, not just there, but anywhere. Yeah,
well, we'll definitely work with him again.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of talent and you have that kind of attention, I'm telling you, you're not getting rid of us. Jay Holland will be thrilled to hear this, because Jay always makes fun of us because we always dote and gush over the sound guys when they're. That's it. You also, we've mentioned this so many times, and it's so true. When you find a sound guy that cares as much as you do about your sound, going out, how would you explain it to mere mortals? How would you compare it in just?
It's like a surgeon.
In civilian life.
A good sound guy really never takes his attention off of the show. He doesn't just dial you in and go have a smoke. He sits there and he's part of the show because he's mixing the show. And that is the job. If you're really doing your job, you never stop mixing, because a lot of things can happen on stage. Some guys will say, oh, you guys made it easy, but that doesn't mean he gets to get up and leave. There was a couple times I was like, wait, where did he go? And he was like way over in the corner, about as far away as he could get in that small space to kind of get a broader picture of what was happening in the room. But he was there the whole time. He pointed it out that he just never took his eyes off of us. And he was even helping us in our monitor mixes as we rode along. Whoever was singing lead would get a little push. I mean, that's just amazing. You just don't really get that. From even some of the best sound guys we've talked about, they're not always 100% honest the whole time, but Keith was for sure. And that was something to say. We saw him doing it with the bluegrass band the next day. Very, very impressed with that guy.
On that note, when we were at Sierra Nevada and he was mixing the bluegrass band, bluegrass bands to me are like the Hispanic bands. If you're good, which most of them are, and you know what I mean by most of them are, the quality bands are unmovable rhythm-wise and so well rehearsed as a unit. But even still, the addition of Keith Harry, not Kevin Harry, that's a completely different guy. We don't want to talk
Craig
about that
Harry.
guy. He, Babouf, Central.
Guys?
He added, because I walked the perimeter of that's what Keith was doing when you couldn't see him in his regular spot. He's moving to make sure that the room gets all the attention that's needed.
Yeah.
When he was mixing them, I went down to the stage, to the side stage, to hear what they were hearing in their monitors. And I'm going to tell you, the sound in the room is so different. We've talked about this many, many times. But when you sound check an empty room, and then hundreds of people come in, the whole sound is different.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why bands like Iron Maiden don't sound check anymore. Their crew set the levels, because it's impossible to know what you need in your monitors. And I say all that because when I walk down to the stage, and it's kind of like the unveiling, the unmasking of, some entity or some situation, because I was down there and I heard them. I heard it was a raw, a more naked sound, and I could hear them and hear specifically what they were doing. But that's not what the audience was getting. What the audience was getting was think of it as a final mix on a CD, on a record, on a tape, on a whatever, because it was glossy and shiny and rich and full in the amphitheater. It's a huge amphitheater.
Yeah.
And if you get a chance to go to Asheville, North Carolina, which I just said you should go, so I know you're all going. You should go to Sierra Nevada. You should go to that beer garden and have a look and say, holy fuck, the rest of the world needs to catch up. That's an amazing, amazing venue.
It's more like the size of like a vacation resort.
Yes.
Like without hotel rooms.
Yes. It's
Although
exactly.
if they had with hotel rooms there, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
They have massive.
Just to keep adding on to the amazing experience that we had. Let's call it an awesome. No, it's awesome. But the amazing experience that we had. We're walking through it, and the security guard wants to show us.
Yeah.
He wants to show us where the hops are. He's giving his own private tour. You can take the tour, which is next to nothing. It's practically free. I forget what it was, but it's just you can go in there, and the staff in there will take you aside and go, "Hey, this is what they do here, and check this room out." And it was ice cold in that hops room, and he was giving us the. I'm just going. You work here.
Yeah.
Your job is security. He goes, "Yeah, I know, but this place is so cool. You got to see it." And then do you have any questions for me?
Yeah,
I was like, how are you so fucking cool?
He knew everything about brewing beer.
Yes.
And that hop room, you walk in there, it's like you're literally like, it's like it feels like they shrunk you down to like the size of a cork, and then floated you in a bottle of an IPA, or not a bottle, like a pint of an IPA or something. You're just immersed in the smell of hops. And immediately when I walked in there, I was like, oh shit, this is intoxicating. I don't know if you heard me. I said, Patrick, watch out, because we're like walking into it just felt like we're walking into alcohol fumes.
Yeah. Well, I'm in a van with you guys, so I'm used to that.
But hey.
You know, the staff are walking around, as somebody called it the Willy Wonka of beer. And I thought that was the best description.
Yeah,
because
Keith said that, yeah.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, more marks for him.
Yeah.
But we were thrilled with the experience. To be continued.
We walked past that same security guy on our way back the other way, and he was watering plants.
Nice.
It's like, what kind of security guard is this anyway?
Just loves his job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciates what he has and wants to share it with everybody. He asked us again on the way back. He goes, Did you guys all get to see it?
Yeah.
Making sure that we all have the experience and nobody leaves without, and every amenity in that place was top drawer. They skimped on nothing.
Yeah.
The entrance to the place could have been a palace because they're not fucking around. It's something to behold.
Just to harp on that hop room again, what that immediately made me think of was I think it's a storeroom at Bushmills, the Bushmills Distillery.
Yeah.
We went to that one room where they talk about you can smell what they call the angel share.
Yeah.
It's the amount of whiskey that gets evaporated into the air, and you can definitely taste it when you walk in there. Yeah. That's what it kind of felt like in the hop room. That was really cool.
Moving right along, and if Keith was as good as you say he was, well then John from the Galway Guild that ran south for us
John was
at Marty
awesome.
McGee's.
Oh,
he needs the well done. He needs full recognition because not only did he come in on the whim of Joe McGee, he said, "Hey, come in and run sound for these guys," and he was so fun to work with because he's like, "Wait, you brought all this stuff, and all I got to do is twiddle knobs. I'll be your knob twiddler."
Yeah.
he was so cool. He's just loved our show and was so complimentary. And he's one of these guys that's, I'm going to say, polar opposite to Keith Harry. Our friend John was going, "Man, I like your vibe, man. You guys are positive." I go, "Yeah, of course we are. We get to do this. We get to travel this great country and come in and play rock and fucking roll on a Monday afternoon and get treated like this. Yeah, of course we love what we do." And you know what? It's going to get fucking better. You like today? Wait till you see us tomorrow.
One of the things I was talking with John about this is we were talking about the in-ears because he was really impressed with the fact that we were using those. And as every sound guy was that we worked with this weekend. And as I told John, is like we're finally getting to the point now where every sound guy we encounter knows how to mix them. Because there was a time in the first couple of years we were using them, not too long ago, where they'd be like, "What?"
Yeah,
they like totally lost. Yeah. Confused. Like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
Now they all know it, and it's a lot easier for everybody. It's because once the sound guys realize how much easier it makes their job, they start looking forward to it.
That was the first thing that Keith said at Jack of the Wood in Asheville, North Carolina. He said, "You guys are making my job really easy." I go,
Yeah.
"That's what we're here to. That's what we want to hear.
Yep.
That's what we want us to do in every show. We want everybody to be happy. We want everybody to have a good time, and everybody to work less, rock more."
Yep.
Mission accomplished, gents.
Guys?
Again, wasn't the direction we wanted to take. We wanted to take episode 329. I will tell you, sometimes you just get a little bit overwhelmed with the weight of the rock.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to talk about in this tour. It's a brief one, but a momentous one.
Yeah, and a lot of miles. But I'm going to tell you, when people give you that in return, it just makes it a whole lot easier to be able to throw down like that and to drive these miles and to spend that much time. It makes it a whole lot easier. And then, of course, to be caffeinated by Miss Navarro, that's sensational. That's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you fucking
Psych! Too slow, bro.
It's too slow.
Oh, I said it.
Oh, bro, free no more. Oh my God, that was so close. We nearly got a day.
Marker.
Yeah.
marker. Nope.
So,
Favorite song?
favorite song today was easily Soho.
Yeah.
It was Frisky Frank free, but I'm gonna say we sat together in beautiful Berwyn, Pennsylvania, in the sun, and the temperature was about 68 degrees. There was no humidity. There was pure sunshine, and we sat there. We worked on a set list, and I said to the lads, I said, "Can we have a heavy rainy night in Soho today?" And the two of them, their eyes got big, and they go, "Yeah." So I turned to them today. So we wrote the set list, and as we're, coming up on the song at Marty McGee's in Prospect Park, I looked at the lads and go, "Are you ready?" And they both, "Yeah." And I heard, and I was like, "Oh, it's on." And we did a heavy version. We did a 3-piece version of Rainy Night in Soho, and it was kind of a delight.
Yeah, that was cool.
So it was shocking to me because I thought I was going to get, I knew you said you were going to give it, and you just did. But there was meat on them bones.
Yeah, but it worked. I mean, but part of the thing that made it work was the chugging thing you're doing on guitar too.
Yeah.
Where you weren't playing any guitar at all before.
Yeah.
You go chuk 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 chuk.
Yeah.
In every turnaround, it was pretty fucking cool.
And then of course the key change too made all the difference. So yeah, favorite song, Rocky Road to Dublin today was Roll the Clip. I mean, yeah.
I'm going to say yesterday, Copperhead, for yesterday's show.
Yeah. So explain.
We played Copperhead at Rockville.
Hometown holidays.
Yep.
Rockville, Maryland. Why?
The crowd just came up and man, they were just so into it. And I've got footage of that too.
Yeah.
Roll the tape.
Yep.
Roll the tape.
Oh yeah, and I got to see my cousin Ashley and her mom Vicky, my other cousin.
Yeah.
And Vicky's mom Harriet, my aunt Harriet. All three of them were there with a couple of friends, and all three of them were dancing in front of the stage by the end of the show, and that just made me so happy to see them there.
Yeah. So that was very surreal seeing them again. It felt like it was last week. You know, it was
when Ashley came to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like just momentarily, and then boom, you know, you got there they are again. I'm going, wait a minute. Your head tells you it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And then you're going, but you're questioning it because everything is going, huh?
Yeah.
You know, it's just so good. And
But Ashley had been to see us a couple of times. Several years ago, she came with my Uncle Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
That was at Ashford Pub, gosh.
Ashford?
Yeah, that
Wow.
might have been back in 2018 or something like that. So it was
Yeah.
a while ago. And then she came again just on her own with my mom to Molly McGuire's. But she's a huge fan of ours, and that was something special.
She's such great energy. I mean, again, repainting the picture. Are we touching up the picture? I don't know, but just to reiterate, the days, the weather, we got to see 40s. We got to see the temperatures in the 40s when we were at the Sartains, and we were, we played a 2-hour set in Rockville, threw down, and my shirt was only partially drenched. I mean, it was amazing. Usually it would be head to toe, dripping, drowning in sweat. Not the case.
Yeah.
And it was delightful. No complaints. I've got I wish I could complain. Coming up, the next thing we have is Bullet, right? We got Bullet Grill House in Point Blank.
Point Blank, yeah.
Yeah. Let me put a little mustard on this for you kids. I'm going to say you need to come and see us there because the food is out of this world. I mean, it's essentially pub food. They do tacos, they do burgers, they do good salads, they do a lot of homemade stuff, and they are not messing around. They have serious. They got serious ingredients and serious. You know, they take their food seriously.
Oh, yeah.
They take their rock and roll seriously.
And if you're vegetarian, like I am, they have a Impossible. I think it's Impossible. It's either Impossible or Beyond Beef. I think it's, but jalapeno
Yes.
burger with that. But yeah, I think you can replace, put Impossible on any of the burgers they have. Which is so fucking good. It's incredible.
Yeah, that was such a shock to have the food that good. I had eaten there well before I had eaten there a few times before we played, and then they're wonderful. I had a great phone conversation with them when we booked this date. So, but if you can make plans to join us at Point Blank,
Yeah.
we'll be there, and then
June 21st, I believe.
check the calendar because we got new stuff adding all the time.
Yep.
And
Might even have something before that. You know.
yeah. So that is I think we've had these good people long enough. So why don't we tie a bow on episode
329.
329, SlapperCast. Are you slapping?
Slapping.
You're slapping.
Hey.
Slapping.
You were slap happy. I like
You
it.
should drink your SlapperCaff.
SlapperCaff.
Listen to
Yes.
SlapperCast.
Yes.
That's the best I got.
That's good. That's all we need. This is 329. You don't want to give it all away, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
got 9 minutes left. And I only said one B word.
What?
Really?
Yeah, one B word. 9 minutes.
Wow.
The whole day. It's not bad.
Do you want to edit it?
No.
No?
No, man. Gotta be real.
All right.
Gotta be real.
All right.
You gotta make the shot. You know?
That's right. As we take you to the end of this joyous episode, let me remind you that Ireland 2026 is going to be in April.
Yes.
What are we talking about? We're talking about our 12th annual worldwide tour of Ireland. We're going in April this year. It's the first time we've ever gone in April. But there's also going to be a few new things in there that you're not going to want to miss. So I suggest that you sign up right now, today, Slapper Day 3/29. Yes. Sign up today because April comes fast. No, don't even say it. And this is going to be, another first.
Yeah.
For Blaggards.
And I bet a lot of you weren't expecting this store to sell as quickly as it did, so you never know.
So, careful now.
April might be sold out before we even go to Ireland in October.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Move fast.
So get them in.
Think fast.
Get them in. Keep up. That's what we say.
Keep up.
So from Turbo, so from Chad, from me, from Frank. Where's Frank?
Guys?
Okay.
Stop playing around.
I know, this is it's getting annoying. Thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you very, very soon. See you at a show. Come see some rock and roll.
Yeah.
We're going to have a good time.
Come on.
Cheers.
Bye.